Good afternoon, Area27 Motosports. I am Matt from Fox Canada. We wanted to thank you very much for your custom order for the radar sign. This was a lot of fun for us because we don't normally get to do customizations, but we're happy to do them when we get the request. So I'm going to go over I want to go over what's in the package that you ordered for your custom sign, and we're going to go through the mount system, the hardware that you're going to find in the box, some of the items you can find in there, and we're going to set it up for you on the video so that you can see how this thing works. So, getting started, in the package with your custom order, you're going to find three bags that are labeled post adapter mounting hardware. This is all your mounting hardware for your pole. This is our pole, it's our demo pole, and so I'm going to show you how these guys go together. Real quickly, you're going to find one bag that has 2 3/8 inch mounts, and these guys are going to go through your sign. There's only one spot to bolt them in. Actually, there's two. So those guys are going to get mounted on there, and of course you're going to mount those on your actual 2 3/8 inch pole here, if I can get that to work. And so those guys are going to go on, throw your sign on there. But the extra special part, that's kind of some of our normal kit. The extra special part is going to be the part where we made this mount for your radar. So here's your radar unit. We submerge tested this guy for 5 minutes underwater to make sure that it wasn't ever going to take on water, just in case on the off chance that, you know, the Western Prairies get some rain from time to time. So you're going to see that this guy has a connector that's sealed up in the back. You're going to see a grommet in the bottom of the radar unit, and well, the sign is going to have 2 cables coming out of it. One is to connect your radar unit to the sign, which I'm going to just pop in through the back there, and I'm going to thread shut. Simple threading. Thread that down, make sure it is nice and tight. That is your waterproofing. So I'm going to lay that guy down on its face, radar pointed forward, and I'm going to grab our handy dandy mount that we built for you, all custom. And what I'm going to do first, I'm going to throw the washers that are included in the other bag of post mounting hardware. We're going to put those guys over the holes here just to keep everything flush. And once those guys are on, you can go ahead and set your custom mount on top of that. We're going to put the screws in. You're going to need a Phillips screwdriver for these guys. Pretty easy. So I'm going to start those real quick. We'll see if we can't try not to bore you while I put hardware into the back of the mount. And basically, once those guys are in, we can screw them down and we can mount it to the pole. Absolutely easy. The mounts on the back of the custom mount are exactly like the mounts, the HS2 mounts that are going to go through your sign. So I'll just bolt those down real quick. And of course, depending on how much wind you guys get compared to what we get on a regular basis, you want to make sure that these are screwed down the whole way and nice and tight. By the way, Sam here is assisting me. He's our cameraman today. And he offered to charge my cordless screwdriver here before we started this, but I turned him down. Might have gone a little faster, I guess. Anyway, so now we've got the ability to mount this guy on any 2 3/8 inch pole. Just undo the bolts, they're 9/16, and go ahead and put those together. When you mount it, you can direct it anywhere you would like, as opposed to wherever the sign is going to be pointing. So you can have that pointing one way or the other, whichever direction you need to track vehicles from. You got it. So now we're going to go ahead and you're going to find one more cable in the back of the sign, and that's going to go into our enclosure, our solar enclosure. You're going to find a battery in a box in your kit. That battery goes into the enclosure the way that I've oriented it here. You're going to find a connector in here for a battery. Out of the bottom of the slip fitter here at the bottom, that will also mount at the very top of your 2 3/8 inch pole. And we're going to go ahead and connect the sign to the enclosure unit. And we're going to go ahead and connect the battery to the solar charge controller inside here. And very last, it's going to say connect last your solar panel. You have to do it in this order or you risk kind of messing with the brains of the thing, and then you got to unplug everything and start over again and do it in the right sequence, but it is easily solvable. Now from here, you probably saw the digits flash temporarily while it was booting up the radar motherboard. And from here now, we can go ahead and we can point our handy dandy drill at this guy, and we're going to get some speed settings out of this guy. We're going to see this guy increase in speed. Of course, it works better with a large moving vehicle, but that, in a sense, is exactly what we built for you. Go ahead and close this guy up when you're done, and there are 2 Phillips screws to go into the enclosure to keep the solar panel in place. And finally, last but not least, there's going to be a USB stick that you're going to find in the package with your hardware and your thank you card. And on here is going to be the radar link software and the configuration software so that you can change this sign to only pick up people going over 50, over 70. If you want it slower than that, faster than that, it is all completely customizable with this software. You'll be able to choose if you want the closest vehicle, the second closest vehicle. It can catch a variety of vehicles if there's multiple lanes going by. There's a whole bunch of great stuff that this thing can do. So basically, that's the conclusion. I hope that this works out great for you guys. And thank you very much for letting me build it. This is great. Thanks so much. Have a great day.